And God, in a very simple, plain, yet so effective way, worked through Pastor Ed and reached the hearts of those young people and led that week of meetings to become to us what was the greatest manifestation of the power of God in our generation. I could go on and talk about the revival itself, but I want Pastor Ed to say a few words about that. You do too. But I want to say this. We had a debate team from the school down in Miami, 1,500 miles away. A week ago Thursday, we were having that all-day time with the Lord. It had gone on through the night, hour after hour after hour. The place was packed. Nobody wanted to go home. Nobody wanted to eat. If anybody had called a halt, I'm afraid the students would have stood up and said they wouldn't have gone. They had a meeting with God. It had to be settled there. That's the way I felt. That's the way these students felt. That debate team was 1,500 miles away. They had no word of it. The very same day, one of the debate team was down on his knees having his devotions at night. He opened the Scriptures, and as he was turning through the Scriptures, God searched his heart and spoke to his life about certain things that were standing in the way. He began to weep as he prayed to God to cleanse his life. He ran into the other fellows. He told them about it. Together they began to confess their sins one to another and to get right with the Lord. At the same time, 1,500 miles away, 1,500 classmates were getting right with the Lord. We had a choir. The chapel choir had gone to Florida. They were coming up through Kentucky. They didn't know about it. God met them on the road in the bus. They stopped for 3 hours and had prayer and confession and met with Jesus Christ. You see, this isn't the work of man. God has done this, friend, and it's the work of Jesus Christ. Wheaton College even has no priority on salvation or revival. Wheaton College has nothing to do with it except that God chose to speak to us in response to just earnest, heart-searching prayer to Him. And He'll answer that prayer for you. There were not numbers of us that were praying. There were only a few, to our knowledge, that were really meeting with God, that were willing to do anything, go all the way. We're here.